Chit Chat. I have two amazing guests here today. We have your girl P2. Yes, honey. And we also have my girl Naya. Y'all love this face. Y'all like how we beat up. It's your girl Naya. Yeah. So, welcome, ladies. How y'all doing today?
Amazing.
Wonderful. Fabulous.
Blessed.
Okay, that's what I like to hear. I'm super grateful that you guys came today to join us and share your stories of your amazing industry, your field, what you specialize in. I know that you specialize in locks, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and tell us a little bit about how you got started and what motivates you. Like, tell us any collabs. What do you do?
Okay, well, my name is Portina. I am a loctician in the DFW area. I go by Locks by P2 on Instagram, TikTok, everywhere. You can find me at Locks by P2. I specialize in locks. Like, I am a lock specialist all day, all night. I originally, when I first got into the hair industry, I wanted to be a cosmetologist. I wanted to do all things hair. I wanted to offer everything. But there is a golden nugget in finding your lane and finding your niche and specializing and really putting in that energy and effort to educating yourself continuously and specializing in one thing, and locks was the thing for me. And I have found the love of my life, my lane, and I am so happy.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. And you just mentioned finding your niche. So not that you just have to find your niche in it when what it is that you are loving to do, your passion, you doing locks, specializing in locks, but you also, from me just researching, this podcast, YouTube thing, I learned that it's good to have a niche in being an influencer or having these types of things. And with you, Nia, like, what are some things that you face as being an influencer? Like, what are some things that you have to
Yes, Miss 10K.
Oh, Lord.
Come on,
Miss
10K.
You know what I'm saying? So, Leah, let us know.
No, being an influencer is such a hard job. I feel like people downplay being an influencer because either you get on TikTok and you see people setting up a tripod and they're like, oh, that's corny. Why they publicly setting up a tripod? Now, granted, I don't do that yet.
Okay.
I haven't gotten there
Okay.
yet. But you gotta do what makes you money.
Yeah.
And nowadays, social media is money. Social media is money. And me being young, I'm only 23.
Okay.
And I've been in the beauty industry consistently 5 years now.
Okay.
And I've just learned that when you put your all into something, being consistent and just being passionate about it and showing your passion for something, it will pay off.
Yeah.
So with being an influencer, that's literally what you have to do. You have to be passionate, you have to be consistent. Consistent is the number one thing.
Yeah.
Be consistent. Consistency is the number one thing.
What do you do to keep that?
Yeah, I see people always talk about, like, what do they call it? Group content. Like,
okay, so
all in one day.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I just like being cute.
Oh.
I like being cute. I like being cute. So that's what makes it easy. I'm not gonna get on here and lie because some people be like, oh no, I look at this and it motivates me. No, I like being cute.
Okay.
I like putting on clothes.
Okay.
I like doing makeup.
Yeah.
So I want to get up. I want to record myself doing makeup. I want to record myself putting on clothes, and it works. I get paid to do it.
Okay.
So it's like.
So do you use like a lot of things? You record yourself like throughout the day and stuff like that?
No, not yet. I haven't got to that point. But when I do, I feel like it will be as easy as it is doing anything else. Because once you look at something from a different mindset, like, okay, this is what's gonna make me money, but I also like doing it. Anything else is blocked out for me. Like opinions, comments, that's lame, that's corny. We're in public, they set up a tripod. Yeah, that's cool, but I'm getting paid to do it.
Yes.
So it's like you just gotta look at things differently, from different perspectives.
I got a girl who's a content creator, one of my girls from back home. She says first they laugh at you, then they ask you how. Do you do it?
Ooh, well,
period.
Well,
Period.
hello. I would take a sip.
Okay, and she's a setuper. She gonna set up at Trader Joe's. She gonna have a camera on the car. She gonna have a camera outside the car driving off. Like, girl, you know you got out to get the tripod.
Right.
But it's good.
But it's okay. It's okay.
And she make her video, and we're all tuned in. I be tuned in, so.
Right.
Yeah. So literally, you could use. I actually listened to a guy. I think it was definitely a motivator, and he said that like all you have to do, what makes you different is you're not recording.
Mm-hmm.
All you have to do is just record. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
And still, I'm guilty of it. I am so guilty of it. I find myself not recording just because I feel like I'm not in the right attire.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Or I'm not holding up to this persona of who I want the world to see me as.
But
You know what I'm
people
saying?
love raw content.
And I'm learning it now.
Mhm.
And that's where you should. My personal preference, because I feel that I understand that perspective. My personal preference is TikTok. TikTok gonna sell you whatever in a bonnet with half of their hair, the frontal lifted, the
House
frontal
shoes.
not.
Crust on your mouth.
They got the robes, and you're buying. So I love TikTok how it's not as polished versus Instagram does show up as the 6-figure chick already.
Right.
Yeah.
And they don't be. You're only 6 figures because people are buying your ebook, but you are not 6 figures without the purchase of the ebook.
Yeah,
But they're
exactly.
selling you the polished version, so you are buying.
Right.
Yeah, and I'm happy you said something about that because this is another thing that I'm finding in the industry. Like, why do we feel like I don't know how to say it. Like you said, the 6-figure.
Mm-hmm.
Why do we feel like we always have to show up as a 6-figure person? You know what I'm saying? Like you said, now I'm starting to see that people are yearning for the really back scene of it. Like how you really getting up, how are you getting motivated to get up and do this and that, and making making good timing, using your time wisely is what I'm trying to say. Like
I think, and not to make this a race thing, but I think as Black women in the industry, we have a preconceived notion about us. Or just Black creators.
Okay.
We feel like we have to be polished. We feel like we have to look a certain way so people will perceive us a certain way.
Right.
When in reality, it's not always that. It's not always that. And I think just being in the beauty industry, the hair industry, we feel like we have to cater to other people to receive what we want to receive.
Yeah.
When that's not the case. I feel like if you just, put your raw self out there, record those raw moments without
somebody
editing.
who can relate.
There's somebody who can relate, and you
Yeah.
will attract the audience that you want to attract.
Yeah.
And I feel like just us as Black women or just women, period, we just got to get over that hump of like trying to be something that we're not or trying to look like something that we're not.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people that will gravitate towards you for who you are.
Yeah.
And people don't really realize that, but I feel like that's what it is for us. Well, for me personally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That goes back to that saying that I used to hear my grandpa say all the time. What's for you is for you.
Right.
Who's for you is for you.
Right.
And I do feel like that way even about my clientele. So I want to ask you ladies, I know that you specialize in makeup. I know that you are a loctician. What are some difficulties or even good things that your clients do? Like, do you set client boundaries? Are you setting policies in place for your clients? Us as being young ladies, I know that as a loctician, you service a lot of men too. You know what I'm saying? How do you keep that boundary between you and your clients so that they don't cross the line?
I want to hear this too.
For me, yeah, especially because I service a lot of men. It's just been this way literally from all of my employment. I don't mix my Peter with my paycheck. I let that go. So keep the good morning text. I don't understand why you texting me when there's a booking link. So that why we don't, I just make sure that I make it clear, I don't mix my Peter with my paycheck. You know, I keep it real short and sweet. We have a little conversation here and there. And to be honest, like, I'm the only girl in my family.
Okay.
And so I have brothers, and they're older. And then and just growing up in the neighborhood, there's a lot of boys in the neighborhood. So I'm always, like, I'm quick to, even when I was, like, dating, back in the day, I'm quick to friend zone you. I'm quick to, and I wonder, I remember I was like, damn, did I friend zone my husband? Because I am quick to friend zone you because I'm like one of the guys. Like, I'm like, you know, I'm cracking the funnies. Like, when I grew up, we cracked funnies, we did stuff. So I'm really good at, like, placing you over there because you're not over here. And then for me also, it's a different level. When we're cool, we're friends, but when you want to date me, I'm not a whole different other person as in my personality changed, but there's a different obligation to mess with me.
Yeah.
And that's just that. And so unless you're ready to take on that responsibility, I'll advise you to stay over here.
Please stay in your lane.
Right.
I'm being
honest because the maintenance is not free, easy, or cheap over here. Like, and that's just that. And I maintain myself very well. You know what I mean? It's just, so, you know, we want to make sure it's appreciated. But as far as just, like, period, just whether it's male or female, you know, like, first off, let's be very clear. When I got back into the hair game, Miss Humble Abode over here, when I got back in the hair game, I took your lock class.
Yes, you did.
And I take words of wisdom everywhere I go. I make sure I take that's just throughout life. You take what works for you, and you take that. And there may be a lot of things said, but I take what works for me. One thing you said is, hey, I can only maintain policy and procedures. I can't maintain people. So when I come back into the hair industry, and I remember because I used to do real estate. So even though there's, like, you know, all different type of laws and stuff like that, to where you can't have favoritism for one tenant versus another. Yeah. But going in, like, it doesn't matter what your sorrow story is. It doesn't matter that you had a tough week. If you canceled at the last minute, you got to pay that cancellation fee. Yeah. Like, that's the policy. That's what you agreed to when you had good intentions. So just because you know, unfortunate things came across, like, you still have to follow through. Just like I would have to follow through on my end. Yes. So we don't even have to have, because there's, of course, that big conversation of what artists are doing, whether you're a hair artist or a makeup artist, are doing. And the customers are like, you know, they have all these high expectations for the service providers. But there are service, and I think that they focus, like, of course, the masses always focus on complaining. So people, especially when it comes to the hair industry, when they say the braider should be washing hair, or this person should be doing that, or you guys should, you know, you guys cancel last minute, or we're people, things happen. So, but there are those people who I feel like us, who really do show up. We wash hair, we show up on time, we do this, we do that. So I don't argue prices, and I don't argue policy and procedure. That's just that. Because I know who I am, and I talk to my target audience, so I don't even entertain those conversations that come across Instagram, Facebook, you know, the hair chats. And sometimes they draw me in because I want to say something, but I'm like, you know, y'all ain't my target audience anyway. And don't ever tag me if someone says, who does locks that doesn't charge an arm and a leg? Don't tag me. Because let's be very clear. Using that terminology, you're not my target audience. You're not in your budget. You got because you use that terminology, you're not in my target audience. Now, if I may be in your budget, but because you want someone to do something for nothing, you're not my target audience.
And that's just by you knowing your value. You know what I'm saying? And I tell people all the time, you can only change what you can change. You manage your policies and procedures as a business owner, as an entrepreneur. When you place a policy and procedure in place and you present that to the client from the beginning, they should already have the understanding. There's no ups, no downs. I love you. You may be close to me. You may even be a family member. But at the same time, I am trying to build something. That's not just going to benefit me, but it's going to benefit a collective. And so I need for you to, family member, abide by that policy and procedure. I cannot manage people. I can only manage my policies and procedures. And even though I love you, you got to set that boundary. You have to set that boundary. And what's right is what's right. I always say, you already know. Treat people how you want to be treated. When you treat people how you want to be treated, whether you are a business entrepreneur, you know, a stylist, a makeup artist, anybody, treat people how you want to be treated, and then they're going to respect that, and that's how they're going to set that You don't have to set the boundary. The way you walk, the way you move already sets the boundary. You know what I'm saying?
Consistency.
Yeah.
Have you ever had
And
work
that's-
for a job that you may have a coworker that's an asshole, you know, that's a butthole, but they're consistently that person. So every time you go to that person to ask
You know
for
what
help,
to expect.
or to you know what to
Mhm.
expect
You know what
because
to
they are
expect.
consistent.
Yeah.
It's that person who gets on your nerves that is changing every
Uh-huh.
different way. You know,
Mhm.
so that's the consistency. So that's just what it is.
Yeah.
That's the best. And I think that's what's helped me operate my business because I'm consistently the same person all the time. I show up. We have like my energy in my space, in my salon space, and all of that is
Mhm.
consistent all the time.
Yeah.
It's not and even then, attitude of gratitude, positivity, power of the tongue. I always speak forward. I always speak highly. I always speak greatness. With dealing
Good
with.
vibes.
Well, yeah, because I have to insert that into myself because I don't know who is coming into or how. Even if I know this is Toya from Toya, who's came 3 or 4 times. Toya might be stressed out this appointment. You know what I mean? She may be stressed out this appointment and she may be a little bit different. So I'm already coming in with that great energy to reverse her. Because this is initially, because our services that we offer is a specialty. This is a spa. This is it's not a necessity. So that's another reason why I don't argue policy and procedure. It's a luxury. It's a luxury. Let's say it's a luxury. So, I always try to make sure that I'm giving a luxurious top tier experience every single time, no matter what I'm going through, no matter what they're going through. I try to put my best foot forward, and our best looks different from time to time.
Oh yeah. And definitely, even with you, like I know that you're definitely a celebrity makeup artist. So with setting those boundaries, how do you set boundaries for somebody of, as people say, of influence, who are out there?
Okay, well, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna talk about something that happened, and then we're gonna railroad into that. So I had a situation where I did work with a celebrity, and coming from where I come from, I'm from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and it's a small town. It's a small city. It's a college
I never
town.
heard of Tuscaloosa.
Tuscaloosa is where the University of Alabama is.
Okay.
So it's a college town. It's not very big. It's not a lot of people. So coming from there to here, saying that, I'm gonna do a celebrity's makeup, it's like mind blowing.
Right.
So I'm not thinking, I need to get her a contract. I'm not thinking that. I'm just excited. I'm ready to do it. So with that situation, she said she needed the makeup done. I said, okay, cool. Communication wasn't that good, so I really wasn't. Everything slipped my mind. I'm booked up, so I'm not just focused on that. I'm focused on my other clients as well.
Okay.
Time came. I was supposed to do the makeup. Didn't really go as planned, and it wasn't communicated to me until after that I wouldn't be getting paid.
Oh wow.
So I take
Wow. Girl, hold on. Celebrity not paid. It's not.
But they say that's a lot of that's what happens a lot. So people want to do an exchange, remember that? Yeah. Go ahead.
But this is my thing though. If it's gonna be an exchange, let me know that beforehand.
Communication.
Don't blindside me.
But they knew that you were what happened was they knew, like, even if you weren't overly excited because you have a lot of people, but you were just like, this was that
I was eager. Yes, I was eager, and I feel like they knew that.
And they know that.
I'm
They know that.
I'm finna get her.
I'm
finna get her.
Yeah.
So
she didn't ask, I won't tell. I don't like that type of communication.
exactly. So the communication was poor, and I feel like I'm not gonna say, it was just them. It was poor on both hands.
Right.
Because me being a professional, me being a makeup artist, and I say I'm a makeup artist of this certain stature, I'm supposed to have policies in place.
Yes.
I'm supposed to have
For
contracts.
everybody.
Yes. No matter who you are, so there, Beyonce,
business.
whoever.
Yes, exactly.
You need a contract.
Yeah.
So I take some fault in that as well. And it just didn't go as planned. So being a service provider, I would just say you need to always have policies, contracts, invoices. All that needs to always be set up.
Yes, I need to start. At this moment, I have policies and procedures, but I do not have contracts in place, and I do. That is something that I am wanting to incorporate as I'm experiencing. And that's the thing. I think I want what I want clients to understand is that our policies and procedures are in place because of experiences.
Yes.
So something happened to where
definitely.
why I now require a deposit. Something happens to now why I require this is my policy. Why I require certain paperwork. Why I require certain requirements because an experience before. So it's not a personal thing for you, but this personally probably happened to me, or maybe really near, close and by, close by
So
me.
let me protect
So
myself.
let me protect myself because literally what they don't understand, what a lot of people don't understand is that our money is made. Our job is laborious. We literally, from the time you start drawing on the eyelashes, all the way until you put on the lip gloss, you are getting paid for it.
Yeah.
You know, so when you work that 8-hour job and you get paid however many couple $100s you make for that job, working a regular 9 to 5, you don't went to the bathroom, you hide, you on the phone, you not really answering the emails. And, you know, we all worked a 9 to 5 before we were, you know. So, but no, the moment that you come and sit down in my chair, whether I'm charging you $200 to $500, I had to work every minute on the hour for that. For that
Even
time.
before that, because even like
I'm cleaning brushes, I'm prepping
your
30
classes
minutes
you
before.
took to even get the knowledge to do the service, like
class.
they don't understand all. It's a lot.
It's an investment.
It's way deeper than what they see.
I feel like people downplay service providers a lot. Like they'll be like, oh, okay, say for instance, I charge $115 for a soft glam.
Okay.
Do y'all know how expensive makeup is?
Listen, I do.
So expensive. And like
everything is.
So it is. And just to piggyback on what she said, it's a luxury.
Yeah.
It's not a necessity. So you didn't have to come, but you wanted it.
How much you gonna pay?
And I'm not gonna negotiate my prices. My prices are my prices.
Yes.
And you saw my work, so you like what I do.
Exactly.
So pay me for it.
So don't come here
You know what I deserve.
Yeah.
You know what I deserve.
Yeah.
You saw my price, you saw my work. Don't negotiate that with me.
Right.
Don't try to make me feel bad for what I feel like I should be charging. If you feel like you shouldn't pay me that, that's fine. You can find
You're not my
Find
You're
someone
not-
in
you're
your
not-
budget.
Exactly.
Find someone in your budget.
Exactly.
That's
Yeah.
just that.
Exactly. And I don't know where it comes in where people want to argue with you about your prices. This is what I feel like I deserve. How you gonna argue with me about what I feel like I deserve?
You know what? I had a conversation with another makeup artist, and because I'm not a braider. One thing, I big ups to the braiders. Because braiders literally, they don't charge. Yes, big up to the braiders, okay? Because I feel like their prices should probably start at $200.
Absolutely.
Because they do a day's worth of work and they're standing, they're braiding all the way down. You want butt length, you want knee length, you want and they're doing all different types of hair, whether they're doing natural hair, whether they're doing perm hair, whether they're doing hair that's colored and broken off, like all different types. They got all different types of energy. And I was like, so I don't know why people keep having this conversation if braiders need to wash hair. No, they do not. Like, no, you need to come already washed because they already have a tremendous amount of work to do coming in just with you washing and having it blow dry. Now, if they want to add that, I think that it can be an added service.
I
But it
think
should
it
not
should
be.
I definitely think that it should.
But not as an expected coming in for $200. I'm supposed to wash, blow dry, and braid these small knotless braids or even medium knotless braids all the way down to your butt for $200, and I'm supposed to spend 8 to 10 12 hours.
That's not really not adding up.
$200 for one day.
That's not adding up.
Or I have to work extra late or early in the morning. It's just expensive. So I was having that conversation. She was like, no, with another makeup artist, and she was like, no, I think that that's ridiculous. They need to braid. They need to wash hair. They need to wash hair. So our conversation ended up ending quickly for whatever reason. But I was like, well, then as a makeup artist, say I go get my makeup done at 5 p.m. Are you gonna wash my face to make sure that like I just got off a hard day of work. I just got off a hard days of work.
Yeah.
Are you gonna clean my face before you apply my makeup?
Right.
No, typically they don't.
I'm gonna get this makeup wipe and I'm gonna wipe it down.
Yeah.
And prep the skin.
I'm telling you.
So let me ask you a question.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
Do you feel what hair professional do you feel like needs to wash hair?
I personally,
Because this is a major topic.
Oh,
because
yeah.
People do
What's
come in
your
their
definitely.
Yeah,
I do
because
think
people do
that
come in their policies and procedures say,
Yeah.
come with no kids, come with your hair washed, come with a
Can we discuss that since y'all are hairstylists?
Yeah.
Can we discuss? Okay, because a lot of people. This is a good question. Let's talk about it. Because I'm a makeup artist. Okay, I don't get my hair done. Let me tell y'all why. I can't bring my kids. I can't be on my phone. I can't answer the phone. I can't get up. I barely can breathe while I'm in your shop. What? Okay, so where does it?
Shop because you can breathe. You can
Hairstylists have so many rules. Not like what is that about?
But so
what is that about?
it's what we
Gen
just
Z
said.
was
Yes, the new age was.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
It's the new age. For one, it's the new
I'm gonna
age.
let
So
you
you're
go
23.
I'm 23.
I'm close it down.
Right,
I'm
right.
close it down. You go ahead.
Right.
I'm
You
close it
23.
down.
I'm 34, and you what?
I'm 42.
So we are.
Y'all look
I think
good.
that's a perfect. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's a perfect. These are perfect different stages of ages. So. One, I think that the new day and age people, just period, you guys are very, I mean, not you guys as in you girl, but as in the new day and age, they're just entitled, they want something for nothing. And, you know, but also like we said earlier, there is experiences that happen that require, but sometimes it's just someone else's experience, or, you know, I don't know. But nevertheless, as far as the question is, who do I think should offer washes? Well, first off, I'm gonna answer that question. The answer is I do think that locticians should wash hair because locks are very hard to wash.
Right.
The density of hair, everybody's density is very different. So some people who have a person who has very dense hair, there's no way that they can wash it, because sometimes even us in the shampoo bowl, we done washed it, but that part in the back, we get you to lean back up, we thinking we're getting ready to dry, and it's like, oh no, I gotta clip all the rest of this hair up first and then get back to this back, and I'm looking at the top of your head. So it's very hard sometimes as, you know, I think locticians should wash hair, period. I don't understand the retwist on
Wig stylists.
Yeah, now let's be very clear with the wigs, and now when it comes to wig stylists and braiders and stuff like that, you have to understand that unless that particular stylist is a natural hair specialist, healthy hair, connoisseur, or whatever the case may be, a person who delivers that type of things, scalp care, things of that nature, like you can't have that level of expectation. Oh, girl just knows how to lay the frontals good. She knows how to tap that glue. She knows how to pluck that frontal. She does not know anything about healthy hair. She doesn't know anything. First off, she may not even gone to cosmetology school.
And that's you need to research on your stylist before you book.
Yes, period. So you can't
come from
So don't come in my chair. I had a lady reach out to me, and I used to be a cosmetologist, but she's asking me to do a ponytail. Girl, I do locks. And I had to tell her no, like even though I could do it, but that requires a certain type of product for me to have to invest in. And it's like, and I had thought about it. It took a couple of days to respond, and I said no, because I don't have the products. I would have to invest in these certain type of products, and that will only be for your head. And I don't want to start that. So it would,
definitely, like making everything full circle, right? Finding your niche. Literally, you have to find your niche in every aspect of your life.
Right. Period.
You know what
works for you? The method to your madness.
I'm of another generation with a family line of beauty professionals. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen it all. Literally, I was raised in the beauty salon. And so everybody that came in the salon at that time got their hair shampoo. It didn't matter if you were getting braids. It didn't matter if they were doing Jerry curls back then. Y'all don't know about that. You know what I'm saying? But whether it was braids, it was just a courtesy. The atmosphere was so different. Like back then, I remember people used to come to the salon and wasn't even getting their hair done.
Just sit all day. I was a little girl over there reading Bible magazine. Little girl.
Like it was totally different. And granted that we have moved forward in life, society has grown and changed and so many different technologies and things going on. I think that we missed that. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to open this platform, is because we missed the communication. Everything has to be on the phone. You know, and this right here is what really matters. So people could feel your energy.
Right.
Know that if I met you, granted, I had the opportunity to meet you as my makeup artist, but we really vibe. You get what I'm saying?
It's
and
a vibe.
we're all time. You know, I think it's just bringing everything full circle. Like, just to conclude on it, like treating people how you want to be treated, like putting those policies and procedures in place for your business. Also setting those boundaries. You know what I'm saying?
And researching your stylist.
Researching
Research what works, who, and what works for you.
Yes, and knowing that if she don't shampoo your hair, then a lady that does shampoo your hair, price is gonna be a little bit higher.
Different, yes, because don't come to me telling me what you used to pay.
You know, prices are gonna be a little bit
Different,
higher.
yeah.
I personally, as being a stylist in the industry so long, I require that I shampoo all my clients' hair. Whether you're getting braids, or you're getting locks, or you're getting a chemical service, or you getting color, because I don't trust, I'm sorry clients, I love y'all, but I don't trust that you'll clean your hair good enough for the products that I'm using. You don't even know the products that I'm using to know that the shampoo that you're using is gonna work with the product that I'm using that's a styling aid. So yes, because I educate my clients on this is, my prices are a little bit higher than your normal. But I tend to care even more about your hair. This is not just something for me to make money, but this is something I know that is my calling. I know that is my purpose. It's what makes me happy. So I want to do that and take care of your hair.
Right.
I could give you that go out look, girl, look. Let's not get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? Like the locks. But I want your hair to be healthy because so many people, edges gone, weak.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And it's and not to knock nobody because I started from the bottom. I've been in the industry over 20 years. But still in all, I know that you're probably not educated enough where I done went to school and got educated on the proper way to take care of your hair and grow your hair.
Right.
So yeah, I shampoo everybody's hair. And just know that my prices may be a little bit higher, but it's not about the price to me. It's about taking care of your hair. And if you want me to take care of your hair properly, of course my prices are going to be higher because I invest in products that work, not products just your Suave or your Pantene.
That
Can I ask a question?
Yes,
My
ma'am.
last question. My last producer question. So, do you feel that a person who's spent the 30,000 hours in cosmetology school pricing should be the same as someone who just learned it off the street and learned it off of YouTube University?
No. No.
You don't think that they're
No. On the next episode of Shop Chit Chat.
It matters. Now it matters. Because I went to cosmetology school and I got all money. Period.
Hey, I'm at Chipotle.
No,
I'm at Chipotle.
We're not bent over on my kitchen sink getting your hair washed. So still, again, that goes back to my prices